Hey there, welcome back to the virtual table. So we're going to continue our campaign here, and I really do want to repeat this mission until I can get to that chest. However, I do want to take advantage of the opportunity, I guess, of not doing an encounter, and we'll go ahead and head into the barrow lair while the striking is hot. We don't really have enough gold to go buy anything. There's no experience to level up, so let's just keep going. Alright, so this one is going to have a commander, which is going to be super tough. But this is where the Mindy, the scoundrel, is really going to shine, because that double damage backstab can really do a number on him. These living corpses will damage themselves, so they're pretty interesting. Of course, the archers are the bane of our existence, so let's go.
The stench of death and rotting flesh gets thicker as you kick past the corpses of your foes and head deeper into the underground burial site. Guided by the muffled sounds of conversation, you find your way through the maze of crypts and burst into a small room full of hard-faced bandits, all with bows at the ready. They're clearly guarding something. You must be in the right place.
So the one thing that's weird about this game is, as you level up, you don't really get better. I mean, your hit points don't go up, not even in the slightest. The way you get better is your combat deck gets better. So, right now when we attack something, we occasionally, and actually quite often, get a -1, a -2 to our attack. If you're a higher level, you'll get a lot more +1s and +2s. That you do get new cards. Don't get me wrong. You are going to get to upgrade your deck and have newer cards, but those newer cards aren't necessarily better. I mean, I think they are slightly better, but just not a lot. But you'll get to see it as we go. Killing 5 or more monsters we found is very hard to do. Allow none of your allies to become exhausted. Also extremely hard to do. I don't know how you can not allow it. I mean, especially when you have Murata here. Oh boy. I think this is a lose-lose situation. I'll go with the 5 or more. I think it's impossible to keep her up. Your health at the end of the scenario is 2 or less. Take only long rests. That's all I do anyways, is take long rests. So, I think the thing with a short rest is you don't lose a whole turn. So you can get back in the action on that very turn. So you have to, a card gets randomly burned. You don't have any control over it, but you're going to be able to keep moving. So the long rest keeps you in the game a little bit longer. It helps you to heal. There's some advantages there. Use your equipped items plus a number of times equal to or greater than your level plus 2. So I have to use my equipped items 3 times. What's she equipped with? That once. That's twice. Oh, that's doable. That's doable. Have 5 or more. No, okay. We don't have a choice. Alright. Reveal a room with Kroll. That's actually not hard to do. Kill an undamaged monster with a single action. That's a lot harder. You basically got to kill it from full health in one hit. With him, that's hard to do. So we'll do Explorer. And let's go. And here we go. And again, I don't remember any of these scenarios from however many years ago. I mean, I have a general idea in my head, but like I don't remember them enough to tell you how many rooms are in here. I mean, I think this is probably going to be another 3-room dungeon, but I don't know enough to tell you differentiate or like have any edge or advantage. I know enough to tell you that those chests are worth getting, and that's it. and that the stamina potions, even though they've been nerfed a bit, are still good. And then what you do is you get like advanced stamina potions later, which will help you even more. Um, okay, so before we continue, I'm realizing I need to get a drink, so I'm going to pause this video. Okay, back at it. So looks like we got a trap here, and I do want that trap to be highlighted. I don't know. I liked it when it was being highlighted, so I don't know why you would disable. Yeah, I mean, I like that. The fact that it highlights red. Alright, so there's two traps here. And the traps are something I learned a long time ago you got to take advantage of. So we need to pull. And you could rearrange your guys to do it however you like. So for example, I can put him... we're going to move him around like that. And she has a pull ability somewhere in here. I know she does. What happened to it? Right there. Smoke bomb. So she can pull too. So this guy will get pulled into there, and it might actually stop, but I'm trying to pull her all the way. And then I can zap her with my venom shiv, and that should give me a kill. One of the 5 that I need and I'm looking for. Alright, so now I got another trap over here that I need to pull with. And let's see, do I have any pulls? I know I have some pushes. This one's a push, but only if I have the leaf. Yeah, none of those. I bet he has one. That's a heal. There's a push. Push is not going to work. That's another push. And another push. Huh. Now the nice thing about this one, this is a jump. But again, it's a burn. And you want to avoid the burns in the first round. Alright, so I got one pull, but the rest are pushes, so that's not going to do me any good. So the other thing is, this guy can move one space, and that's it. So I'm looking at this type of attack, a leaping cleave. So I want to do that, and then it's just like, how am I going to move one space to go hit him? I can... and I can definitely do that. This one lets me move 4. Yeah, I'll do that one. So now I have this guy. So if he moves forward one space, they're all going to be used up. Now, if I pull this archer forward, I might be able to use him to get in. I need a space to summon my creature, but I can summon him here. So I need to move just 2 spaces. And then I need... I definitely don't want anything that does damage to allies. So what I could do... That's a burn. I don't want to burn. There's no obstacles I want to destroy. I mean, I could just use this to move 2 spaces. So we can do that. And then we can do... like that disarm attack is I want to do an attack, but I don't want it to be a burn attack. It's too early for that. This crater might work. It only hits one guy, though.
I don't know how.
That one hits.
I'm not gonna lie, I was on
Oh,
like
that's a burn. I probably need to replace this card with one of his other ones. I never use it.
722.
The muddle, probably not a bad idea.
Flint's helping. That's all that matters.
And let's do Massive Boulder. That's a good one. Alright. And then we're going to summon the ally, because the ally is always good. So then it's just a matter of what other stuff. I mean, we're 1, 2, 3 away, 4 away from that one, 3 away from these two. So I can hit 2 of them 3 away.
It's the same thing as the.
That one will let me hit 3 of them 3 away.
Bro, I can't fight a warlock. The lifesteal's too great.
This one will let me hit 1 4 away. And then every
Use ultimate last fight.
enemy along the way.
Okay, if you use ultimate really easy.
None of them are perfect. This is an attack 3 of range 2, which I don't have a range 2. That one is for when you're next to them.
Flint's just going in.
That's a range 3 attack. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and
Don't,
just...
neither of you. Both of you need to recall. I'll go help.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Attack one guy. And they got a 44, so they're going to go... they're going to do a lot of damage. Ugh.
Those potions will get you up to like
Alright.
half, maybe.
Let's hope some of the cards work out our way. So first thing we're going to do is pull this guy. Confirm the target. We're going to pull him straight through.
Does he have vision down here?
Now what the heck? Oh, these are stun traps. Interesting. Okay, stun traps don't do any damage. You can see that listed right there. But it does mean this guy's not attacking on his turn. So I don't have to kill him. But I'm going to do my best. Six, 7, 8, 9.
I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, let's get one of those cards back.
Get out. Just leave.
Yeah, let's get the smoke bomb. We might be able to
R.
pull one through the other trap.
R can save you.
And then the... So now they go. 2 damage.
He's rushing you. He's diving.
I'm going to reduce it.
Graves is diving you.
3 damage. I'm going to take it. So I think one of the things I really need to do is know I'm going to take damage and get healing spells queued up.
Alright, we need to like get together for this.
So I'm going to move here, and this actually is going to work out perfectly. I was going to do the boulder, wasn't I? But I can do this attack here where he attacks both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Skip the movement. And then do this. Confirm those targets. And there we go. And I always forget. I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
They killed dragon. Okay, that doesn't matter. Team fights.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was going to move here and attack both of these guys, and now I screwed up. If I go to the trap, I take damage. That's not good either. This is a burn. Don't want to do that. This won't attack 2 guys anymore, because Craghart's in the way.
Gotta pull back.
we're gonna do this for a move.
Watch dies.
And we're gonna attack. Well done.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Nashers too. Nitro and Flint get a hold.
Alright, we're gonna summon our ally. Now, there is a crazy rule
Got scared of you, me, Flint.
that the allies, well, I know they won't pick up loot. That's the first one, but I think if they,
No, you shouldn't.
they, what do? Well, they don't drop loot. That's the first thing, which the computer will take care of that part. Like, there might be some kind of thing where you don't want them to do certain things, but anyways, I think we're good. And I'm going to go ahead and add this
I needed one of you
to do extra damage.
That's my bad.
I'm going to do 3 damage. I'm either going to kill this guy outright, or I'm going to damage him hard. I'm going to damage him hard, which I didn't do. Okay, so next round, I'm going to pull, and then we're going to stun this guy. And now that we know that he's going to stun and not necessarily take damage, we don't have to worry about trying to kill him. But obviously, as I pull him, I only have one person to attack unless I throw knives here. And I am going to throw knives because I want to kill this one and this one. So let's do that. And I'm going to make sure the throwing knives lets me go first. Do I have a healing? I need to open a door with this guy. I do have a heal, but I want to open a door. So, do I have any good movement? This one. So I'm going to grab and go, for sure. Open a door with him.
Warwick.
And
Guys,
yeah,
I'm not
maybe
there.
we can disarm. Let's see. I don't want him going first. He needs to go after her. Ooh, retaliate would be really good. Okay, let's do that one. And he will go after her. Now we get to her.
Nathan got her.
That looks like a good attack one. But now I need to
Yeah, we killed
move.
their entire team without losing a single person.
I know healing would be nice.
Bro, Flint is
I got
knowing.
2 healing
He's
ones.
all-knowing right now.
So I could get him healed up. But then what do I do for the top action? That's what I'm trying to sort out here. I think I'm going to use the reviving ether to move. And then we have Craig.
Flint, you gotta get out of there. Nathan, what are you doing?
There we go, heal 4. That's perfect. And then heal 2.
Get out of there, Nathan.
So Craig will do the healing this round
W.
for him. And here we go. So yeah, archers are going to fall in at 29. They do really poor damage attack. They're going to try to immobilize us. Not so bad.
Like, I can chase two.
So
but
here we go. We're going to pull. And then we're going to attack, but we're going to attack these 2 targets. Remember, he needs to kill 5 people. There's 2 of the 5 right there. Look at this. All of us started with 3 curses. Jeez Louise. Alright, so peanut butter brute time. Let's open this door.
There's another inferno zone.
You open the door to a large
Oh, we're already at the end.
Get him.
This guy's not going to be easy.
Nice.
He fits the description, but there is something previously unnoticed in his eyes.
Yeah, he's the one that's doing like all the
A
damage.
world-like force. Who are
Okay, so the archers, of course, show up, and he is next to go, and he summons living bones. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. And these are locked doors. So I think that means we don't have to worry about those. This is it. This is the battle. So now I got to decide. Do I stay or should I go? These archers are going to be able to attack him if he stays. There is an advantage of backing out and making them come to us. He only has 2 health.
I'm gonna go kill that.
I do want to give him the retaliate. I mean, that's why I gave him this. But those archers are going to go after Craig. So I will be able to heal him. But see, the thing with the retaliate is he's only going to... That only works against melee. Archers, it doesn't work. So let's see what the archers are going to do. They're going to attack one and immobilize. It's not the end of the world. That would be... Oh, that's only this guy over here. These are both elite archers. So what's the elite archers going to do? They're going to attack 2 and immobilize. They have a range of 6, which is very... That's a pretty big range. His cards are range of 2 for healing. So we got to be careful because he's standing back here. So if I move forward, I go out of his healing range. If I go back 1 just to collect this gold, that's great and all, but these archers are going to be able to hit me. They move 2, so 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 4, 5. I mean, heck, they're going to even be able to hit Crag. So, I think I'm only going to go back 1 space, though. And we'll go ahead and do that, collect the gold. And then there's no harm in doing this, even though I don't think he's going to... It's not going to help him any. And I'll collect his 2 gold. Commander is going to summon somebody. But again, it's way in the back. And then Craghart is going to do his magic. And I'm probably going to get immobilized by those archers. There they go. No damage, but immobilized. That was a ×2. Whoa, do I want to burn a card? This is the beginning of a downward slope, but 4 damage is a lot of damage. Yep, Mystic Ally is doing some damage. So my plan was to move 4 and then rock some worlds. I'm going to go ahead and do that because they already went. And then I'm going to use my boots, which I agreed to do. Do I really want to get that close? Yes, I do. Because I want to use this to burn the world. Six damage was awesome. So was 4 damage. And 2, 3. Nope, don't want to use it yet. Alright, so now this is one of those things where I do want to backstab or get that guy hard, but Smoke Bomb is what I need, so I'm going to have to rest. This will give me 6 movement though. I can get into the action. And then what? Six movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. It only gets me to here. That'll get me 5 movement. Oh, I can attack this guy next to me. I can go 1, 2, and attack. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do this for 6 movement, and then I can do this move 2 and attack 2. It only gets me 1 space closer, but... Or I could do this. Yeah, I'll do that. Try to finish him off. Then this guy's immobilized, so I can't move. So that's the issue with him. So I could do something like this, which gives me a shield 1 on the next 6 sources of damage. And I think I will, even though that's going to burn a card. And as far as everything else, this is really a throwaway. So since that one's a burn, I'll go ahead and throw that one away. And then her, we sort of want to go early, because I went up, I caused a big ruckus, and then I need to get out. So I could use this to move 2 spaces away. What I really want to use is Flame Strike. It's only a range 2 though, which that's the part that stinks. The reason I want to use Flame Strike is because I have a flame. And, but I may have gotten a little overzealous, because they're still 3 spaces away. The other option is just get out of dodge. So I could take this so I can go early and then do a move 4 just to save my skin. Yeah, there's no harm in doing that. And then Crag here. Moving 4 spaces would be good. And then I want the thing that destroys an obstacle. Yeah, we'll do that. So there's 11, 14. Boy, they're going quick, aren't they? Alright, Scoundrel. There's a bit of a waste on that times 2. But we just killed a 3rd guy, and then we can move 6. I mean, I can get up there, but those archers are going to tear me up. They're going to attack with a damage of 2. They will attack me. So I'm looking at 4 damage minimum. I don't know why I needed to go so early. I wanted to go after they went. I mean, I could cut it short. 1, 2. The problem is he was going to retreat 4 spaces. I mean, I could cut it short and get some gold, but I'm wasting my 6 movements. That's the issue. And they may still shoot me, because the archers are going to go first before anybody else. You only live once. Let's go. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. But that helped Mystic Ally. If I would have actually moved there, I would have hurt the Mystic Ally. Okay, so like, I can use this to move, because that's the burn, although the burn would be nice. I can shoot something 4 spaces away and hit everything in between. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, which just means I'm hitting one archer. I'm going to kill it. But this can also kill that archer. And that will help drastically reduce... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to kill the one we know we can kill. And we're going to add the fire. Let's do it. Good, that's one less archer attacking us. And then we're going to move 4. And we need to back up. Having a mage up in the front line is not a smart move. So you can see this guy's going nuts. He's creating skeletons all around him. So we're going to have to eventually take him down. Alright, this would be nice to pull. And see, that trap does 3 damage. So this guy's immobilized, so I don't think I can do anything. So I was going to do this, which gives him a shield. Thing is, I know it burns a card, and that's what stinks, but we're going to do it. What's crazy is I think this mission is easier than the last one. And then we're going to just skip the attack. End the brute's turn. This guy is elite, which, that's not good. Alright, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get right next to this guy for a thumb war. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to destroy an obstacle. We'll destroy this one. Why did that not oh, there we go, I was going to say. Okay, why did I do that? Destroying the obstacle only gives you experience points. So it's sort of a wasted action, but just fine. But what it did is it opened the door, so now the rogue, the scoundrel, can come through and we won't be so blocked. Alright, so here we go. We're no longer pinned down. And now we can do some pushing. Could disarm. Disarming would not be a bad move, but we need to move. So we're going to definitely move 3 spaces. And then what? We're going to disarm. And I definitely want him to go last, because this guy's in the way, Cragheart. And we got to use this now because we burned a card. You can see there's only 3 here. We need to get that to 4. Okay, we, took all this time to run away. Now we're going to run forward again. So this is a range 2 attack. Sorry, my dog is having a nightmare and bumping my elbow. So we're just going to do this and this. These are the only 2 cards I can choose, so we can worry about which ones to play later. This guy, it would be really nice to take down that archer. So, I can immobilize the archer, which is great. But this 35 is a high number. I need to get out of the way before he goes there with a 64. So I do have a range 3 attack I could use. That move is a jump move that everybody next to him when he lands is going to take damage. And then this is a disarm, which is fantastic, but it's a burn. I'm going to think about him for a second. Let's see. I don't have the pull with this one. So I can go 1, 2, 3 and poison the archer. But what I really want to do is kill the archer. Yeah, so I can do this and this. So I'm going to kill that archer, hopefully, with with her. So then what's Crag gonna do? Crag, I don't want to do that jump. That's a burn. 3 and muddle. So I definitely want to muddle. And I said I need to move before a 64. So this one would have been great for the 3 movement points. But even 2 movement points is good enough. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so the elite archer will do 2 damage, but hopefully it'll be dead before it goes. No. Well, yeah. We're still going to get to go before the elite archer. The living bones elite looks nasty. He's going to target 3 guys. And the bandit commander is going to move to the next door and reveal room. I didn't even know that was a possibility. Alright, so we're going to move 3. Poison. Which is great because I should annihilate this guy. Even with the -1. And that puts me to 4 deaths, or 4 kills, which is very good. Mystic Ally. He drew a curse card. I don't know if you saw that. So that's why he did 0 damage. And we do have 3 curse cards in our hand. Alright, so I think I wanted to do this for movement. To move 2 spaces. And then this is a range 2 attack, which doesn't do diddly. So we're just going to skip the attack. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Spellweaver's turn I want to end. Oh, that's not good. 1 damage. Reduce it to 0. That was a nothing. And 1 damage. I'll take it. 2 is not good. Alright, so now I'm in a pickle because all the spaces are filled up. Even if I want to move 3, there's nowhere to go. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm hosed. Come on. I gotta at least get into the next room. I agreed we were gonna use that. Let's do this for the move 3. And then this is a skip. That wasn't cool. That skeleton moving like he did really hosed me. Alright, so him unlocking this door, that's not good. So we need to kill this bum, is what the conclusion is. Because he's going to unlock all 4 of these doors. Alright, now we got Crag. We were going to attack all these guys up here who are no longer there. So I can attack this guy by moving 3. Then we're going to immobilize him. So 4 damage. Look at that. It barely made a dent. He's got 36 health. Those guys can't do anything because, see, and they take damage every time they move. They take damage. So as long as we can keep that boss blocking the door, they won't get through. Alright, so we're down to 2 actions. Well, this is perfect. Look, attack and attack. Yeah, we will do that. Now we want to take out the boss as best as we can. So stunning him would definitely work. In fact, these are the only 2 cards I can do, so we'll sort that out later. And yeah, she has to long rest. We could always short rest. Remember, short rest lets me get back in the action right away, but we're going to long rest. She'll heal in doing so. And then Crag here. Now, we can do stuff to these guys. But what do we want to do? This is an interesting one. That's also interesting. That lets you block stuff, but lets me do a range attack. None of these are super helpful. So what I'm going to do, this one will add +2 to all my melee attacks this round, and I may just do a regular, like this burns the card, I may just do a regular 2 attack. And although the leaf is out, the problem is it hits 2 guys for 4-5 damage, and it seems like it's a waste. But this is how you kill the boss. Yeah, I'll do it. We gotta kill the boss. Alright, so what do we got? These guys are gonna shield and heal themselves. Not good. He's gonna try to move and attack, but he's immobilized. Oh, immunity to immobilize. So he's immune. I forgot about that. Dang it. And Living Corpse Elite will move. So these guys I don't think take damage this turn. So he shielded up. He also shielded up. But they didn't heal, which was good. So now we start with this guy. I still think the boss is the right move here. Although he's immune to stun, it looks like. So this is not as useful as I originally thought it would be. So what I can do then instead is let's just move 2 and do a regular attack on him. And look, it lets me hit both of these guys, so yeah, that's a good deal. Oh, one of them died. So now we got the thief. So yeah, I want to kill that guy. So let's... So I can disarm this trap. I get 2 experience points, but that's when you have time to be greedy. Alright, the 2 armor didn't help me. Skip the movement. Only 1 damage. It's going to be a long day for the scoundrel. So we're going to do warding strength. Alright, Crag. I'm going to apply +2 attack to all melee. And then we're going to... This would be 5 damage. Yeah, we're doing it. We're going to use that to boost it up. For 7 damage. That's a good amount of damage. I mean, the guy's not even halfway dead. Okay, that was excellent. Good job, Mystic Ally. Alright, we're going to heal. Perform a long rest. Which one are we burning? Whatever one we burn, we do get back. I'll burn that one. They were all good. I didn't want to burn any of them. Alright, turn 6. So, I'm next to a skeleton, but I could short rest, but if I do, a random card goes away. Now, if they choose like that one card, like Smoke Bomb, which is the one I really need, right? If they did choose that one, I can choose to, I think, burn another card or take some damage or something. Like, there's a way you can, you may reroll the random card to burn once at the cost of 1 health. So I can choose to take a damage if I don't like which one got randomly selected. No matter what, one burns. So I'm going to go ahead and short rest this one, just to show you how that works. So throwing knives was the one they decided to burn, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going to go ahead and burn that. And now you can see I'm back in the game. So that's the difference between the long. Now, obviously the long one might have been helpful because I have some damage on me, but I need to kill this guy over here. And the way you do that is with Smoke Bomb. So I'm going to move 6 spaces and Smoke Bomb right there next to the boss, and hopefully the boss won't go, even if he tries to unlock another door, we're going to have him blocked in so he can't move. That's the idea. Alright, so now we're to this guy, and I'm going to long rest with this one, and with her I had a plan. I think I was going to frost armor, and then see, all the range attacks are going to not do so well. Unless I move out of the way. We'll do those two. And then, yeah, see, I do have 2 cards left, so we'll just select both of those. Alright, so he's going to summon another Living Bones, which stinks. They're both going to suffer 1 damage. But see, look, they do massive attacks. You see that? Then this guy's going to try to attack 3 targets. That's not good either. I'm assuming they can attack through that door, even though there is a door. I think in the game rules you couldn't do that, attack through the door, but for whatever reason they're letting you do it. Maybe my understanding of the game rules was always wrong. Okay, so with the thief, gonna move and Smoke Bomb, and I need her to basically annihilate this guy. Okay, so something magical just happened. He went to summon a skeleton, but since all the spaces around him were taken, none of them summoned. So we actually prevented him from doing his action. That was that was an unintended awesomeness. Okay, now this one is a goofy one. Like, okay, he's down to 3 damage. I can turn on this, or I can attack here and then attack again there. Like, there's two options. But I think I'm going to turn this on, because I'm going to get to restore all my burned cards. Well, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to get to restore all my burned cards. So I'm going to do that first. That'll prevent me from taking damage. And then we're going to attack. Now, because he was next to me and it was a ranged attack, I had to draw 2 cards and take the worse, which is what made it stink. And I was going to bring this back, but I'm realizing that I don't want to do that. So can I get out of it? They're not letting me. Okay, then fine. We'll bring it back. So he loses his 1 health. Yep. Okay, they can't attack through the door. But for whatever reason, if you have like a multiple attack through the door, then I guess it works. Okay, so Cragheart. Like, I can move through stuff, and then all adjacent allies and enemies will suffer damage. I mean, the boss would get damaged, so would that skeleton, but so would we. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Oh, no. I'm doing it just for the crappy movement, and I'm not even moving. So I'm just going to sit still, and then I'm going to do this for the crappy attack. I could attack him. It's predicting I'll do 1 damage, but this is all about taking down the boss, so let's do that. 4 damage, looks excellent. Cragheart's turn is over. So then long rest for this dude. And grab and go is the one we're going to burn. End his turn. And there we go. Alright, so she's got the smoke bomb. We're going to do, I believe, flanking strike is the best attack I have. This is also a good one, but flanking strike will let me go first. And then the bottom one will let me attack again. So I'm going to just attack. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to trample. And sweeping blow. And now for her. This is a fantastic attack, but you need more than just 1 guy. So, for example, 1, 2, 3. Well, I can hit 2 of them. I can hit 2 of them, so we can do this to hit 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, we can heal somebody. Possibly. There's nobody to heal, though. So let's just attack again. And let's make it so we go sooner rather than later. And then Crag. I could short rest. That's an interesting concept. He doesn't need to heal at the moment. Alright, let's short rest. The destroy an obstacle one went away. Okay, I'm okay with that. Alright, so he has the one that jumps. Thing is it does damage to everybody nearby first, doesn't it? This one. Yeah, we don't want to do that yet. The muddle one looks fantastic. Oh, this one. That's perfect. And then for the bottom, like we can have him move, then allies would suffer damage potentially. Or we can have him do a range attack. Nope, we're doing the bottom piece. Those are all big movements. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, he's going to summon another living bone at 14, which is soon, and we should get away with it again. Then these guys are going to try to immobilize and muddle. And then this one's going to try to attack 3 targets. Alright, this is not going to be a bad round. Okay, so we're going to do our big attack. And it's going to be ×2, and let's hope we do not draw that Nothing Burger card or a curse. We did draw a -1, but we did some pretty good damage to him, and then let's attack again. So, that may not seem like much, but I just did 13 damage with the Scoundrel, and that's the point I was making. The Scoundrel's awesome. The thing about the Scoundrel that's hard is she only has 9 cards in her deck, and you can see how this Spellweaver is very hard too, because it has even less, like 7 I think. But you got to be really good at using the cards and knowing when to pull them back. It's a pretty crafty game, this Gloomhaven. It's I understand why some people don't call it a true dungeon crawl, but I'm crawling through a dungeon right now. And there are some awesome, like the card mechanics are weird because I have hit points but I don't. And then the cards are like your stamina. It is annoying that way because you can't just like say, okay, I'm going to, level 3 lightning bolt, go. But it's still, this is a good game. And the designer who made this, I know he has a name, I forget it now. He did an awesome job with this game. It's truly a masterpiece of love, and it could be better. There's some gripes I have with it, but anyways, he did well. Let's go. Now he's going to try to go, and he can't make anything. The elite can't go. The regular guy can't go. These guys can, though. Alright, so he just did 2 damage, but we had frost armor. I'll take the 2. It's a 0. Mystic Ally. Yep, that's not bad. Alright, Spellweaver. This guy moved. So my original plan isn't going to work. It might. So what I'm going to try to do is move and then use my boots. That's what I'm going to do. Ooh, this might be brilliant. Let's do that. And then what that did was that completed my battle quest too. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to do this. And I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But it only moves 4 spaces. So I can hit this guy. And then 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I can pick one of these guys to hit. Or I could just go 1, 2, 3. And basically, no matter what, I'm hitting 3 guys. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this one. And then this one. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the elite guy. 3. And so what it'll do is it's a 4 range attack. I'll get experience for each one. And it's going to do 3 damage. This one will have some disadvantage. Did you see this one? I drew a +1 and a +2. That was awesome. And then the boss is almost dead. That part's even more awesome. And because this guy moved, this dang skill is not going to be as useful. What if I did this one? Can I really hit all three of these? I can. Oh my gosh. So I can disarm them all. Or no, that's just one target. So it's going to look like that. Or moving over. So this is going to hit the boss and one of them. Or those two. So it's going to hit these two guys. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I do. Okay, this guy got the nothing burger, so he got saved. And then we're gonna give him retaliate. So he has retaliate 2. So if this skeleton guy attacks him again, he's gonna do 2 damage back and kill the skeleton. The shields do not work against retaliate. Alright, so this one, I'm gonna burn a card. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and finish there for 4. Nope, I don't have to do that. We're going to do this attack first. Alright, so it's an attack 2 against 2 guys. There you go, 2 damage, 3 damage. Now we're going to do this. And then finish there. So that did 3 damage. Can I hit him again? No. End the brute's turn. Pick up some gold. This guy's down to 1 health. Let's finish him. Now what I needed to do was poison him, which would have meant he takes an extra damage every time you hit him. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, we're going to poison him now. And the thing is, it's 60, which means that I may miss him. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. And is there a way I can... Yeah. The sleeping cleave is perfect, but then I want to go early. As early as I can. So we'll do that. And we got 2 here, so we'll do that. And all kinds of choices here. That's a range attack. This would damage allies. We'll go ahead and do that. And that. So he's going to try to open the next room, which stinks, but he's an 85, so hopefully we can kill him before that happens. That skeleton's close to dead. And I need to do this, which means I'm going to heal then. Looks like him. And we'll bring back all the burn cards. Spellweaver's turn ends. Brute. This should do it. I got them both. That was well done. And then this is just a move. So we might as well just go get some gold, right? And I need to finish this guy off so I can finish my quest. And I do. That was excellent. And then we might as well pick up some gold. There's no treasure chest or anything here, is there? I don't think so. So let's pick up some gold. Alright, so Cragheart. I can move 3. Let's see if we can end this mission. There it is. I made it look easy, didn't I? That first mission is so much harder. This one is way easier. The boss makes it harder.
Contemplating whether you want to find out more about this so-called gloom, you decide that the spot could be a point of interest for you as well. But that can be forgotten for the moment. You pack up the papers.
Oh, I was only supposed to take long rests. I think there was a time where I chose to do a short rest. Oh, come on. That was really dumb of me. My apologies. And this is interesting. So with the enemies killed and whatnot, it shows you if you have a record. So the Scoundrel did 36 damage, which is what I was telling you, leading the pack. Although the Spellweaver did quite well, and so did the Brute. Actually, they were all fairly high. The damage taken, the Brute took 9. Cragheart did the most healing. I guess that was a record. And then Spellweaver gained 11 experience and used 3 items. So I screwed up on the straggler here, but it did work out. So I guess we're going back to Gloomhaven. We don't even get a choice.
Jewelry clinking with the movement. Find me when it is done.
Okay, so Gloomhaven, the city, has a prosperity level that goes up based on your actions. So once enough prosperity is gained, their wealth will increase. Increasing their wealth will unlock new items in the merchant shop. So that's sort of like how the designer gauged when items will appear. It'll also allow you to create new characters that are at a level equal to the wealth. So right now we have level 1 characters. If the Gloomhaven wealth goes to like level 3, we'll be able to create level 3 characters right from the start. And that's very important because eventually our characters are going to retire and you are forced to create another character. And so when you do so, it'll be level 3. 10 gold each, that's not bad, so that's 40 gold. Plus 1 prosperity, as we noted. And prosperity goes up when you retire too, which is interesting. Then 6 experience for everybody. And then of course we got 2 new quests. And so the kill 20 elite monsters is one of them is well on his way towards retiring. So we can do a city encounter. Let's do that right away. Going on the lamps in a bar. You first notice after starting lamps intensely, you see they're flickering in and out. Tech lamps, as opposed to normal gas burning ones, have been known to be a bit unreliable. As if on cue, the lamps go out completely, leaving the room pitch black. Offer to fix the lamps. Now this is where the gadgeteer character, I think, would have really helped. Or steal. That's funny. You know, we really do need money in the beginning of the game. I think this might help us with prosperity, though. Who has technical know-how on my team, though? Crag and Brute aren't gonna be it. The Spellweaver probably won't. That's the thing. I think this is gonna be... You need to have a certain character in your party. I do have a Scoundrel. I'm stealing. 10 gold. Taking it. And then I get to choose. So they're just choosing to divide it evenly. Is that really what I want to do? Yeah, I don't want to overthink this. We'll do it that way. Okay, so... This is the most exciting part. And we only got 1 perk. We need to get 3. Come on. Perks are where it's at, folks. You definitely want perks. In fact, doing a mission where you fail to get a perk is difficult. But okay. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. If you ever have a mission where there's really highly shielded people, this would be worth switching to. But this is situational. This is the one that I thought might be nice. I could have used that last scenario to push somebody in a trap. But let's say I wanted to get it. I would have to replace either this one, which that actually looks good. So this would be 5 attack if you have any of them next to your allies. This is 4 attack if it's next to 1 ally. 5 attack if it's next to more than 1, or a second ally. And if there's darkness, you get +2 instead, and experience. Whereas here, you just gain an experience. So that's the thing. I'm giving up the experience points if I give that up. Oh, it's always a tough choice. This one is actually a really good attack. It's 5 damage if there's no allies next to him, or 5 damage if there is. I mean, it's basically... you get 5 damage no matter what. I don't know why they... So you gain 1 when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. Add +2 attack and gain 1 when the target is adjacent to none of your of its allies. I apologize. So I get points if it's adjacent to my allies. I get even more points if it's adjacent to none of his allies. Got it. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. so 34 out of 45. This is 28 out of 45. We already took Forceful Storm, which I think this has already been very helpful. This one, +1 attack to all your ranged attacks this round. That one could be helpful as well. It's also got a push. I got rid of this one, where all allies suffer 1 damage, and then you shield 2. I just don't like the idea of making allies suffer damage. This one, I'm finding I'm not using very often. It's also extremely high number. This I might use. But what I'm thinking is this adds +1 to all of my range attacks, and then I got a lot of range attacks. But do I really want to get rid of a range attack when I do that? I would probably want to get rid of a melee. Or this, for example, destroy an obstacle just for 1 experience. So here's the thing. This guy has a lot of ranged attacks, so I want to get him those goggles. And he's so close. He's 3 gold away from being able to get those. But one thing at a time here. I think this one is very useless for him. Like, the move is not bad, but this part up here, we don't ever do. This lets him add a target to his attack, which could be great, but we don't do it. So I'm going to take Heaving Swing, and then this one here lets you heal 2 targets for 2 health. And on your next 6 range attack actions where air is infused, but there's not always going to be air, so this is not as good. But if you ever get a character that puts a lot of air out there, then that might work. So the merchant, for example, those eagle eye goggles, during your attack gain advantage on the entire attack action. This even negates the disadvantage that you get for them being close. So you do a range attack, you get extra damage, and then you give yourself advantage. And that disadvantage helps you to guarantee that your hit's going to hit. It's a very nice item. It's a lot better than this one, where any ×2 modifier attack card the enemy draws is going to be 0 instead. I mean, it does protect you from the critical hits, but that's all it does. The Gaining Invisible. This one is helpful if you... What you do is you can open a door, and you're standing in the doorway, so you block the enemy from being able to run through, and then you go invisible. Because since it's an item, you can use it at the end of your turn. And when you're invisible, they can't target you, no matter who they are. So you sort of like get this little cheaty mechanic going on, but it works, and the game's designed to work that way, so do it. This one I'm liking less and less. You can see here it's going to add 2 -1 cards to your combat deck, which means you're going to do less damage. But you gain shield 1 on 2 hits. I just don't think that's worth it. This one, you can make the attacker gain disadvantage on the attack, which that might be worth it, because if, it forces them to get a -2 instead of a 0 or a +1. It's not as helpful sometimes, but yeah, that's not worth it. The Heater Shield has been great. The Piercing. During your range attack, ignore all shield values for the entire attack action. So this might be nice for Craggy. This one, I gave it to Mindy. It's been good enough. It hasn't been fantastic, but I forgot to use this against the boss. And I could have used it on my very first attack against the boss, and that's an error on my part. Then here, the Warhammer, it adds stun to an action. That's actually nothing to shake a fist at. I mean, that's a really decent. Stunning somebody is good. It's very good. But see, it's a 1 use, and then it's out for the mission. Whereas this one refreshes. That's a 1 use, out for the mission. These both refresh. Okay, so, and then the jump action is nice, but I actually ended up liking that one. Then these, like, this gives you an extra attack, and this gives you the ability to heal yourself. all of them are good, but as we noted, they're all locked until you get to level 3. So can't do anything about it. I can get a second hand item though, so I can have a shield plus that piercing bow, for example. And now that I'm looking at prices, they're all basically cash starved. So Mindy, for example, what would she benefit from? I mean, she really would benefit from like a leather armor or something. We could do that, but to be quite honest, the Eagle Eye goggles are worth getting. Because the advantage that this gives you when you do that attack and you need it to hit, having advantage, you draw those 2 combat cards and you get to throw away your worst one. I can't tell you enough how powerful that is. So I'm saving up. I'm going to do that with all my characters, I think. Kroll would benefit from many of these items, but yeah, we're going to wait. So let's go back to like this. It's just not worth the 10 gold, although I will tell you these are good. And I know I've mentioned this before. So enough dinking around. This guy leveled up. So let's do what they want me. They wanted me to click on. Here we go. Level up. You must return to Gloomhaven. We did. Good job on leveling up. You'll choose one of 2 new cards. Now here's the thing. When you choose a card, the other one's gone permanently. So you have the choice to bring in 2 new cards to your deck. I can only ever equip 8, as you can see here. So that new card is just going to show up unequipped. So I have to unequip something to equip the new one. So I'm never going to go to 9 cards or 10 cards. Now one of the perks might let me do that, but not when you do normal level up. So, but whatever card I pick, they're going to give me 2, left or right, basically, and I don't get to go back and change my mind. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's a very permanent decision, and it's a stressful one. So, oh no, I'm sorry. The card you don't choose will still be available to pick up the next time you level up. But here's the deal. Yeah, the next time you level up, that is true, but you're getting 2 more cards then. And so eventually you're not going to get to pick, eventually you're not picking certain cards. That's what I meant to get at. So you also get to take a new perk, which, the battle cards, like, doing the battle goals lets you get a perk, but this also lets you get a perk. And that's the real strength of leveling up. As the mercenaries in a party level up, so will their general level, and then the enemies get stronger. So when you're playing the board game, there's this little table, and so you look at right now there's 3 parties that are party members are level 1, one's level 2. So that's 2 plus 3 is 5 points divided by 4. It's still 1 rounded down, or rounded. You would round down because you're not past 1.5. So if you get past 1.5, then you're considered party level 2, and so your party level dictates how many hit points the enemies have. So those enemies that we've been fighting they're not gonna change. The actions they do don't change. So the cards you see and the actions that they do and their AI, will stay 100% the same. What changes though is their hit points go up, so it's going to be harder to kill them. And then sometimes their shields or their damage goes up, and so they'll hit you for more, or they'll be harder to hit. So anyways, that's what this is trying to explain. You didn't expect it to get easier. What does it say? Only 1 ability card is available? Oh, here we go. So we just got 2 new ability cards. We choose to add 1. So Icy Blast, as you can see, is this big circle. It'll muddle everybody, and it does 2 damage. It's a lot like Crag's ability, and it burns. Now, one of the reasons you might select it is because it adds ice, and she has one other thing, like that adds ice, But she had an ability that if you... This one here, it uses ice to shield yourself. Not very great. These two have wind on them. So Flashing Burst is a 3 damage attack, range 3, and it puts this light element out. Nope. I just wanted to be able to look at it. Here we go. And then it gives you a move 4, which is not the worst thing in the world. But a 3 range attack is better than... Well, they're both 3 range attacks. And then, of course, that's a heal 6. So they're burn cards. And burn cards aren't the worst thing in the world for her. But you have to think about, okay, what am I going to replace to use these? So if I take this Flashing Burst, what does that replace? So it does a 3 damage attack, range 3. There's usually always a card that's very similar to it. So you got like these two that are 2 damage attacks at range 3, but they let you use any element, and those are pretty powerful. This one here, this Freezing Nova, it has the light skill. This top one I don't use very often, and there it is. There's the ice. So this Freezing Nova would combine with that Icy Blast really well. Icy Blast first would put the ice out there, and then Freezing Nova to get an extra +1. That seems like a neat combo, but it looks like it's also a lot of work. These two, I think, are just dandy, because that's always good. This one, where you can wound, is more powerful than you think. And this one I don't care for. +1 attack on the next 4 attacks. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't like any of those 3. So what would I replace? Fire Orbs would be great to replace. Except, no. Definitely can't replace that one. It'd be this one. Freezing Nova. So if I shut that off, and I take Flashing Burst, and then I add so now I got Flashing Burst added to my repertoire. Freezing Nova is always there if I want to switch back. I do lose some healing power, but I gained a little bit of attack power, and this I very rarely used, although it was the only hand-to-hand attack she had. You don't want to be hand-to-hand with her that much. And here, the move 4 is nice. Okay, I probably overthought that, but that's fine. And so now here I have an available perk. And so it's telling you we're going to modify our deck. Alright, so this is huge. Here I could remove 4 of the +0 cards, which this is a good option. However, a +0 card doesn't hurt you. It just doesn't help you either. This one, in my opinion, is way better, because you're getting rid of one that hurts you and replacing it with one that helps you. And then these 2 checkboxes means you can take it twice. So at the end of the day, we can remove 2 of these and then add 2 more of those. And even if those zeros are still there, they're pesky, of course, but that is fantastic. So really, really good one. Now this one, you're adding 2 more +1s, and you could do that twice. Now, I like this one better because I'm getting rid of a bad one and getting a good one. So it is like getting two of them. This is, you're just taking 2 more good ones, so your deck is going to get bigger, right? So the chances of drawing these bad ones is going to get smaller because you have more to choose from. They're both good, but let's just be clear. This one, very interesting. So what this does is it's a +0, but it'll stun the enemy, and you don't know when you're going to get it, right? You're just doing a normal attack, and then you pull this sucker, and oh, snap, and we also stunned them too. It's fantastic when you draw it. This one, also fantastic. So, because the wound, they take a damage at the beginning of their turn. Beginning of their turn. So, you get a +1, so you're already doing an extra damage to them, and then you put a wound on them on top. This one, not as nice, but the +1, it's just the immobilize. I'm not as keen on that. This one puts a curse card in their deck, so it's a chance that the enemy will draw the curse. And here's the thing: doesn't matter which enemy you curse, they all share the same combat deck. So it goes into their deck. Somebody could draw it, and of course that'll save you from taking damage. Now this one is great for. Remember how we don't have enough fire, so it's going to add a fire element, and it's also going to be a +2 card. And who can complain about a +2 card, right? So as you're probably guessing, oh my gosh, they're all good. Because they are. I'm sitting here trying to say, well, one's better than another, but they're all good. And you can put this in there twice, so you could really get some fire added to your combat. Remember we were talking about there wasn't enough snow? Well, there you go. If I would have took that frost card, I could put this in, and then that's going to add more frost. And then this is an interesting one. It's going to add 2 cards to the deck. And what it does is it doesn't modify your attack. It just, when you draw that card, it's going to put a leaf or an air on the game board. And then same deal here, except it's going to be light and dark. So obviously these bottom ones you take if you really want synergies and have certain elements show up. So this +2 with the fire is a good one, because we have one that we can wound enemies with a fire. And remember I told you this was good, +1 in a wound. Well, this can also be good, because I can put a fire on a board and then wound the next turn. There's so many. I don't even know which one to tell you is the best. A +2 is fantastic. Adding that on, and I don't think there's any passives. But to be quite honest, I still like this one the most, because I like reducing, it's mitigating your risk, right? Adding more good cards is nice, and I think a statistician would tell you if you have like a 20 card deck, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, yep, 20 cards. If you're adding 1 card to a 20 card deck, then now you have a 1 in 21 chance of getting a bad card instead of a 1 in 20. And so that difference statistically is going to be 0.00 something, right? 0.0 something. If you remove a negative card completely from the deck and replace it with a positive card, so you still have a 20 card deck, what's the chances of you getting a bad card again? It's still 1 in 20. Well, it's not 1 in 20. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in 20 versus 7 in 21. I mean, if you sit down and with your calculator, you'll figure out that 6... Well, here, I got a calculator. Let's do this, folks. I don't get to do this very often. This is for another game I was playing, the Dungeon Encounters. Alright, so if I have a equals 7 divided by 20, that's your starting combat deck. So there's a 35% chance you're going to draw a negative card. So if I add a +2 to the deck or something, so now I have a 7 in 21 chance. That just made it to your chances of getting a bad card drop to 33%. So now, so this is original. This is add plus X. Doesn't matter if it's +1 or +2. And now we're going to have 6 out of 20 chance, because we're going to get rid of a negative card, replace it with a positive card. Look at that, 0.3. So this is what I was trying to get at. So -1, So replace. So 35% chance of a bad thing. If I take one of the, let's add a positive card to our deck, I gain 2%. Not even, because you can see it's 0.3330 or whatever, but it's close enough. Or, if I replace, I'm improving my deck by 5%. This is statistics, folks. And just in case you're trying to follow along, you have 7 bad cards. So what's the chances I'm going to draw one? It's 7 out of 20 of them are bad. And that's the reason why I came up with this formula, 7 divided by 20. And so you shuffle the deck, you draw one, you're going to get a bad card 35% of the time. Now, after you draw one, of course, the statistics change because there's only 19 left. You don't get to reshuffle every time you combat, but you get the point. And so, yeah, replacing increases your odds by 5%, adding only increases it by 2. Now, once you do this action twice, and that's no longer available to you, then the odds change, right? I mean, you've done the best you could with the replace, and now you're just adding, and adding the +2 with a fire, or the +2 with a wound, or whatever it is that you want to do. That's really starting to become personal preference. So, anyways, I hope that helped. It's not often I get to just pull up Excel and show you some math. So this is what I'm going to do. So in doing so, now that went down and that went up, and that is fantastic. All right, so only 1 perk for Mindy. 2 perks, 2 perks, and 1. So I need to do a better job of managing my combat. Okay, we're at 1 hour and 37, so I should end this video here before I move on. So here's my thoughts. I want to get that chest. Yes, I'm obsessed. I can grab that chest and lose the mission, and I do believe I get to keep it. So I don't even have to win the mission. So that's something I'm keeping in mind. 2 new quests opened up. I honestly don't remember which way is which. I think this is more of a random quest, and this is, of course, the main quest line. And I think that might be why they're color-coded a little different. Maybe. So I don't know which one of those I'm going to do. But here's the thing. I know I want to go get that chest. So what I may do is play this game offline, so you don't have to watch me keep repeating the same mission over and over again. Or maybe you do want to watch. I don't know. I mean, this is a long campaign. I don't even know if there's interest in watching this. But I'm having a blast. This board game is fun, and this is just like the board game, except I don't have to pick up the pieces and go sift through 100 things and deal with shuffling, combat decks and and I may have understood some of the rules wrong because I didn't know you could use an ability through a door like they do. So very interesting, but no matter what, I am ending this particular video. So thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.